Hello everyone, welcome to BMN 608 Buddhist Thought and Philosophy 4 credits course for the fall 2020 at the International University of the East Om Meditation Center, Los Angeles, California. My name is Venerable Sumita or Bhante Sumita, and I am the instructor of this course Buddhist Thought and Philosophy. And as per our syllabus, we know already now, I hope I'm repeating these things just to reiterate that we are in the right page and we are in the same page, and want to emphasize that we are working hard and we work to the plan. And for today, on week 4, the origin and development of Buddhist thought in India and beyond will be discussed a little bit more. And then the most important thing in the semester so far will be about to happen next week when you are going to present your papers mid-semester examination. And then according to today's lesson plan, I want to discuss with you a little bit more about the weekly assignments and activities, and especially the class today. And we want to emphasize this activity today and the assignment, especially week 6 midterm presentation. I'm going to explain a little bit more. And for those people who have completed the assignment, and there are some more new, actually I will add that later on. And I also have added a special format template for you to fill so that you know exactly what you have done so far. And every week actually we have assignments, and then we have quite a few assignments. In some of your assignments, some of them have not done it clearly, like labeling the assignments. So every week we have several assignments. You have to label them properly, so it's easier for me to recognize your exact assignment. And yes, I also noticed that many of you have done, actually after showing this, it really worked for me. Many of you have come up with good response, and I also send notifications to those students who have not completed their assignment. And I noticed there are a couple of names also that have not been able to do anything. So those students who have not done any assignment so far, and it's time for you to decide if you want to continue with this. You have to do all these assignments. Make sure you watch these videos. Make sure you also have, if you have any question, you can come back to me, let me know, and we can discuss. We can set up a Zoom meeting, or we can even talk over the phone or whatever. And you can send me an email first of all, okay? Find my email and send me an email as soon as possible if you have any question whatsoever. All right, so for the week 5, we do have, as we do regularly, we do have a collection of good articles, and today I also added some more, and so you select one of them. And in fact, these 2 weeks we have the same topic that it can be overlapping. So you select which article or book that you are going to select for today's reflection, and skip the one if you have selected last time, so you have other choices too. And all these books are available in our Google Drive, and please go ahead and have a look. And another assignment would be assignment number 2. This again, we have 4 videos over here, and out of them you can select one of them and write a summary. So over here, if you select any of them before, I am sure you are familiar with the first two. And if you select the first one and then skip that and use the second one or third one or the fourth one, so we have 3 more options. Okay, so if you select the second one and use any of the other options, so watch these videos, any of them, and then write a summary of that. And then we have another one. This is the continuous Sutta study class that I'm conducting on Fridays. So watch this video and leave a comment or the question or a question in the comment section of the video. And the link is available again in the Google Drive. And assignment number 4, join the guided meditation on every Saturday at 6 a.m. PST through Dhamma USA YouTube channel. And this is, of course, optional. Especially that can be useful to any of you if you are interested in learning more about Buddhist meditation. And I'm walking you through with a guided meditation plus a little bit of Dhamma talk and little piece of advice according to the suttas. And especially those people who, especially if they had any issue during the course, this one can also earn you some extra credit. So I recommend those who are willing to do this, and you can join. If you don't want to join live, that is perfectly all right. What you need to do is you can just watch that video and practice it, and also leave a comment there in that comment section. So I will know, I will come to know about your questions. And I also appreciate now you are improving your responses. At the beginning, just thank you, say hi or something. But I think some of you have started with some little bit valid statements there. I recommend you start building up a good conversation or ask some questions, and the other students can also reply to those comments. That will be a good idea. Okay, and those are the assignments for the week 5, and maybe we can learn a little bit more about our topic, the origin and development of Buddhist thought, especially when it comes to the origin and spread development, how Buddhism started in India and went all the way to out of this the motherland of its birth, and then actually when Buddhism declined, uh, the survival, and Buddhism declined there at the birthplace, it somehow found very fertile grounds elsewhere in the world. It's not only one country, but many, many different places, and far east, far west, and all across South Asia and Southeast Asia and Central Asia and everywhere in Asia. It was one of the most dominant religions in the world those days. So it's really interesting how Buddhism flourished and how Buddhism spreaded to different parts of the world with a peaceful message without harming anyone. And never ever Buddhism was um, hurting or harming anyone in that case. So in the past, we know how those Buddhist monks and the Buddhist scholars, and they actually um, took this Buddhism, the message of Buddhism, the peaceful message, the non-violence, harmonious message for the benefit of the many. And especially it also gave a lot of philosophical value to people's lifestyle. And then along with that, we also noticed that Buddhism has been very rich in culture and um, cultural flavor of Buddhism is really amazing when it comes to different parts of the world and in different cultures, different geographical areas. Buddhist culture is truly amazing and very diverse. And the art and craft again is really amazing, and we have some of the world class Buddhist art everywhere in the world. In India, Gandhar, Mathura styles, and then in mainland China, Dunghuang caves, and how we know all those different cave art, and then in India again, Ajanta, Ellora, those caves, and then when it comes to Sri Lanka, those monumental statues of the Buddha and those huge, gigantic stupas in Sri Lanka, and then the caves like Dambulla and all those Buddhist art um, and culture is very rich in different countries. And then again in Thailand, in Myanmar, in Laos, in Cambodia, in Vietnam, in South Korea, in Japan, they are also very rich in Buddhist culture. We can see the Buddhist art in particular, they have been developing, they have been nourishing the country's culture to a greater extent and mutually benefited, and how Buddhism has been able to adjust with those local cultures. That's really something very unique when it comes to Buddhism. All right, so I think we should also go to that first, and then we will discuss about the mid-semester presentation. Let me go to that part now. Okay, over here. This is week 5, and these are the things that I'm going to discuss a little bit today with you. Not much I'm discussing today uh, due to several reasons. One, we have done the discussion before. So this one, for example, you are more familiar with the syllabus now. So we also want to show it over and over again, just to make sure that we are doing the right thing. So the origin and development of Buddhist thought in India and beyond, and that is the part of the discussion that we had last week and this week as well. And next week, of course, this is very important again. We are going to discuss about the mid-semester examination for next week. And then these are the assignments as I mentioned to you before. Read only the articles and um, write write a reflection, one page reflection, and watch any of these videos and write a summary, and then watch this sutta study video and leave a comment or question in the comment section, and then join our guided meditation on every Saturday at 6 a.m. Whether you want to join live or not, it's all up to you, and it's optional again. And this one very important for you. So I created, um, I prepared an Excel sheet for you to have a look, and I have shared that in the weeks folder. I will show you in a while. So what you have to do is you have to mark yourself this checklist, so it will be easier. You can organize yourself as to how you are going to do these exercises. And you can see here self-introduction in the first week. That's the only assignment we have for the first week. And the second week we have Quizlet, reflection papers, and the Sabbasava Sutta and guided meditation. And then week 3 we had reflection paper, video comment, and then guided meditation. And then third week reflection, video comment, guided meditation, reflection paper, video comment, guided meditation. So this is the same template we have, so it will be easier. And I think there is one more added in um, the Excel sheet. You can see that. So midterm presentation will be very important, and I'm going to discuss about that today. So okay, so as we discuss this maps of ancient Buddhist India by Bhikkhu Ananda Jyoti, it's amazingly powerful presentation, and his videos are really enlightening. And Venerable Ananda Jyoti has done a lot of studies, extensive studies on Buddhist maps in ancient India, and yeah, that will be very useful for all of you to watch his videos. And yeah, so these are the videos that we have included today. Some of them are there, so you can find these things. And this is how, as we started again, we talked about this, how Buddhism spread to different parts of the globe in various denominations like Theravada, Mahayana, Vajrayana, or whatever way they have, and also in different circumstances, different cultures, different weather conditions, and different geographical areas. And Buddhism survived beautifully, aligned with the local cultures. And for example, if you go to India, those Buddha statues are like in the Gandhara style. They are like Greek Buddhas, Greek influences there. If you go to Mathura, there is another fine structure, and the features are very unique. And if you go to Sri Lanka, they also have their own unique structures and features, especially with regard to the Gandhara Mathura style. And then Venerable Arhanta Mahinda and Theri Sangamita, when they introduced Buddhism to Sri Lanka, they, along with that, they also introduced Buddhist culture and some other lots of lifestyles they have introduced to the country. And ever since, from 3rd century BC, Buddhism survived in that country. And then the other countries. For example, in Thailand, if you see the Buddha statues, they have their own unique Thai style. If you go to Myanmar, the style is again very different. You can easily recognize that it's a Myanmar style Buddha statue. If you go to China, mainland China, I think in my limited understanding, I know there are still subtle differences, but for me, like China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Japan, Korea, these are all almost the same Buddha statues, at least. And they must have definitely, I haven't gone through minor details, but they have commonly very same general features, just like Sri Lanka and India, they have the same features. So when it comes to Vietnam, I think Vietnam has kind of both styles, somewhat closer to Chinese style and also to Theravada style. Their Buddha statues are also very beautiful and unique. So every country has Buddha statues close to their own cultural identities. I'm sure someday in Europe maybe, if we have a Buddha statue, their own, maybe they have Buddha statues like a white person, or in Africa, maybe like an African person. It can happen in the course of time. That's how I think even in Christianity, the statue of Jesus has evolved in different countries. All right, so and then 2,500 years of Buddhism, again, a unique book that by Bapat. You can also read this one, and I recommend you read especially something if you want to read here. So we can, let me go to the content page to show you. Yeah, over here you uh, we actually discuss about the Buddhist councils, and so maybe you can discuss more about um, Ashoka, or the expansion of Buddhism in India, northern countries, Central Asia, China, Korea, Japan, Tibet, Ladakh, Mongolia. I know we have a lot of students from Mongolia and other countries, and so you can select any of your own countries and read more about that and write a reflection paper on that, and that will be also very useful. In southern countries like Ceylon, Burma, Malay Peninsula, Siam or Thailand, Cambodia or Cambodia, Champa, Vietnam, and Indonesia. So these are some of the countries that we can talk about. And in this part, I think particularly I like you to pay attention to this part today. Sthaviravadins or the Theravadins, and Mahisasakas, Sarvastivadins, and Haimavatas, Vatsiputriyas or Vajjiputtikas, Dharmaguptakas, and Kashyapiyas, and Sautrantikas or the Sankrantivadins, and Mahasangikas, Bhavsrutiyas, Chaityakas, and Madhyamika school and Yogacara school. So these are all different kinds of Buddhist schools that evolved and originated after the Buddha's passing away. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We do have here 13 Buddhist schools, and again we have more here. You can see how when it came to northern countries like Tibet and Nepal, and there mostly it was related to the Mahayana Buddhism. And here in China, we have Chang or Dhyana school. Dhyana also is jhana or meditation. So it's related to meditation. When it came to Japan, it became Zen. So jhana, dhyana, and chang, and then sorry if I not I'm pronouncing properly. So chang and then Zen. This is how this school of Buddhism flourished in many parts of the world. And then the Vinaya school, Tantra school, Vijnanavada school, and then Sukhavati Vyuha school, Avatansaka school, Madhyamika school, and Tiantai school. They are also um, still, some of the schools are still happening and flourishing in mainland China. So from mainland China, Buddhism reached mainland China very early stage, and then from there to other countries like Vietnam, and then again to South Korea, and then to Japan. Buddhism reached out, and then in Japan we have Tendai sect, Shingon sect, Pure Land Buddhism, and Zen Buddhism, as we were talking about here. Jhana, Dhyana, Chang, and Zen. You can see, and Zen Buddhism particularly very powerful in Japan, and also in different parts of the world. And they also have other sects like Nichiren sects, and these sects are the premier Buddhist schools in Japan. And then in southern countries, Ceylon, that is Sri Lanka, and Burma, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, they also have India. Even in Bangladesh, there are certain um, areas where Buddhism is surviving. And so Buddhism has found a very special, fertile ground, in fact, in these countries. That could be very useful for you to read some of these chapters and see how if you like, if you are interested in reading out something that is not familiar with you, that is perfectly all right. Let's say like you are from Mongolia and you want to learn more about maybe something like South India, so you can read something to learn more. And if you are from, if you want to really want to learn more about your own country, you are welcome to explain that too, and read this article, these chapters, and then explain a little bit more. Okay, and then we this one again, Essential Teachings of Buddhism by Alan Bamwad. And here, let me connect you to this. We do have again two main schools of Buddhism, and Theravada Buddhism. You can see here introductory works, surveys, basic teachings, meditation, scripture, essays, specialized studies, miscellaneous works, and then Tibetan Buddhism. So here actually we have Theravada Buddhism and Tibetan Buddhism. We don't have specific place here for Mahayana Buddhism. So you can decide which one you want to read. You can also skip this book if you want, or you like this one more about Theravada Buddhism or Tibetan Buddhism. You can read that too. And then Paul Williams with Anthony Tribe, and this book again will be important for you to read about Buddhist thought, and it's a little different treatment. Here, complete introduction to the Indian Buddhism, And over here we can see um, okay, over here you can see the doctrinal position of the Buddha in context, and then the mainstream Buddhism, the basic thought of the Buddha. This is the teachings, and this is the nature and origin of Mahayana Buddhism. And in compared to the other book that we learned before, and over here we could see more about Theravada and Vajrayana, and here we have more about Mahayana. So if you are more familiar, or if you want to learn more about Mahayana Buddhism, and here's a book for you to read, Nature and the Origin of Mahayana Buddhism, and some schools of mainstream Buddhist thought here, as we discussed before, in Bapat's book, Sarvastivada Vaibhashika, Sautrantika Theravada Puggalavada Mahasangika, and then Mahayana philosophy also is there. You can select any of these chapters for your reflection. The perfection of wisdom, Prajna Paramita, um, is what we also call, I think, Wisdom Sutta. And then Madhyamika, Yogacara, they are very powerful Buddhist schools. The Buddha nature, Tathagata Garbha, in India, again, some very important concepts in Buddhist, Mahayana Buddhist philosophy. And some further sutras also there. And Buddhist multiple bodies like Kaya, um, um, Trikaya, or the triple body concept, Dhammakaya, um, Nirmanakaya, and like that. So it also talks about multiple bodies. And then how to become a Buddha. Interesting question here, according to Mahayana perspective. Buddha and Bodhisattva cults in Indian Mahayana. So this is a little different from Theravada perspective. So you can have a look. And then Mantrayana or Vajrayana, Tantric Buddhism in India, very famous and very popular in Central Asian countries in particular, especially Tibet, and I think even in Mongolia. Um, our Mongolian friends can also maybe explain a little bit more. Even in Russia, the Buddhism that we have is more of Tibetan version. And in India, Dalai Lama, His Holiness the Dalai Lama, is living in India for now, and in Dharamsala, in Ladakh, and then some other parts of India. There are many Tibetan monasteries, and Tibetan monastics are doing very well there, and they have been surviving and very dedicated again practitioners as well, followers of Buddhism. So Mantrayana, Vajrayana, Tantric Buddhism in India, it's very important. Again, you can read this, have an idea, have a taste of Tibetan Buddhism or Mahayana Buddhism for that matter, and write a reflection. This is early India, from the origins to 1300, more of a history over here by Romila Thapa. And if you are interested in with a different perspective over here, you can also read this one. I think more important here about the maritime trade and those different states. This you can see the emergence of empire, more historical perspective rather than particularly Buddhism. So we can see this can also be useful how geopolitical situations of the world those days have affected the spread of religion. And in the early Mahayana Buddhism is another article here. I think if you have missed out, you can read it if you have done this before and last week, so you don't have to do this one. Okay, any of this one if you have done before, so you skip and select a different topic. Okay, this is about early Mahayana Buddhism. All right, and this is about the councils. I think we have discussed about that in detail. And then this one is really a new addition, Encyclopedia of Buddhism, and by Edward Ian. So encyclopedias are always very valid documents in the academic world, and you have a lot of words and a list of words where uh, you can learn more articles that, like, let's say like you want to learn about one particular concept, and then you can read about that. So here, for example, introduction to Buddhism, very very powerful article, good one. And also you can see this uh, map, the political map of Asia, and see the Buddha, the term Buddhism and Buddhist spirituality. And as it is an encyclopedia, it covers many topics. Even when you take one single word, you can find a lot of things. So Buddhism's development and Buddha's age, and soon after, what happened to Buddhism, and how those different schools of Buddhism came into being. Like over here, Mahayana and Theravada should be over here. Buddhism spread South Asia, and then northern developments in China, and again, very interesting map over here, spread of Buddhism in Asia. Okay, so this again is a very Korean Buddhism, Japanese Buddhism, and Tibetan Buddhism, and Buddhism today. This is another discussion about the contemporary Buddhism. Romanization systems of foreign terms. This again is important. Pronunciation of foreign terms. Pronouncing for our new students, that will also be very difficult for them. And you see these numbers, and these are years. So the early schools of Buddhism take shape in India, 450, this something around this time, and this is how Siddhartha Gautama started in Kapilavatthu, India, close to Nepal. And you can see these numbers can also be very useful. And China, Mahayana text Lotus Sutra is written, interesting. And questions of King Milinda, you can see the year here. And so this book will be also very helpful to you. This is the chronology. So if you go to other the topics, let's say, yeah, over here, entries A to Z. So when you have entries like this A to Z, that means you have a lot of words, and it covers almost all the important terms. Let's see if we can find Abhidhamma. Okay, so over here Abhidhamma is there, and so it talks about Abhidhamma philosophy and Sarvastivadi in Abhidharma, Sariputra Abhidharma, contents of Abhidharma course, and yeah, it covers everything. all the topics. And then Afghanistan, Buddhism in Afghanistan, we can find more details about the Burmese Buddha statues and all that stuff, and the um, Silk Road, and even in Africa, Buddhism in Africa. Mm, interesting. So all these things are there. You can have a look. This Encyclopedia of Buddhism. Select any of them, any topic, and write a reflection. Okay, this one is important again. This one, actually, I want you to copy this one to your folder. Okay, and then I want you to fill this one all by yourself. Don't fill it here. You copy it and paste it in your, move it into your own folder, and then you can mark, you can check. This is week 1 self intro, and week 2 Chrysler, week 2 Sabbasava Sutta comment, week 2 reflection paper, and guided meditation optional, Sabbasava Sutta comment, reflection paper, video comment, guided meditation. So it goes on like that. And so what you need to do is just mark, cross mark. So I know exactly, you know exactly how you are organized with your assignment. So every time you do it, you mark over here, okay? And keep a copy. Move, make a copy and move it to your. Don't take this one, please. Right click, and then you can make a copy and move that one to your folder. Okay, leave this original file in this folder itself. Okay, and yeah, I think with that I can go to the next week folder, I think. Yeah, I want to go to the next week for now, because we have a very important event coming up next week, and that will be our midterms. Okay, and all the details are here. Please take a look. And this is the syllabus, and I'm not going to open that, but this one maybe will important. And you see all the details over here. Midterm examination 30%, final examination 30%, homework, your assignments 30%, your final presentation 10%. And this is how the gradings are done. And then I also have given you some important guidelines here. Every student has to do the presentation in person. Every student has a 5 minutes limit, so you have to come prepared. Okay, do some homework before doing your presentation. Presentation should be prepared in PowerPoint slides, and for those people who have difficulty, maybe you can use, if you don't have PowerPoint in your computer, last time it happened to me, so some students didn't have it, and so in Google Drive, in fact, you have Google Slides, you can use that. If you don't know how, maybe you can ask me and I can help you out. In that case, we will try a different thing. So get back to me as soon as possible if you are planning to do this presentation and if you don't have PowerPoint. Okay, and if you don't know how to design or whatever, and also get back to me. And I must say, I don't have any other choice if you don't get back to me. And you have to communicate. Keep in touch with me. And I have given my phone number, email address. So stay in touch all the time. Just send me a text from time to time if you have any question. Okay, PowerPoint slides should be uploaded to the personal Google Drive folder on or before November 14, latest by 10 p.m. Okay, so this is again important date. Please remember. Presentations should be based on the topics we cover up to fifth week, so you know what are the topics that we have done so far. Please refer to the syllabus for more information. An RSVP form is there, so you have to fill that. Okay, I'll give the link again. I'll show you the link. And so you need to fill this form, then I know who are going to do the presentation. And then first slide should bear the information as below, like topic of your presentation, and then your name, first name, last name, and course code and title, and then the instructor's name and the semester and the university. These things should be there in the first slide. All the information in the okay. All the information in the presentation should be duly supported by proper citation. Citation should be given at the bottom of the particular site. For example, let's say you use some quotation from what the Buddha taught by Valpola Rahula, page number 50. So you can write that. You can give credit to that original writer. You can write page number 50, what the Buddha taught. Okay, something like that should be there. And bibliography or references should be given at the end. You have to also present it like an academic presentation. Make sure you have the Zoom app downloaded to the presentation, and Zoom app is free, so you can download. And those who have some difficulties, I don't know how to answer to that, but you can let me know. Okay, if you have any issue, just stay in touch. You have to let me know if you have any question whatsoever. It's not required for every presenter to be present during the whole session, but you can stay or leave, of course, after your presentation. However, you are encouraged to attend the whole session to learn from each other. And also, if you are there, it will be very useful for you to see how the others are doing. And if there is free time slot, you can easily come and join us. And you can present yours earlier. And this is my email address again for you to contact me. And this is the topic. Sorry, this is the RSVP form. So you go to this, you click on this, and then you will have a Google form, so you can fill that out. All right, and this is the Zoom meeting link, and this is the link, and this is the meeting ID and passcode, so you can also join through that. Oh, I think I should mention this one. This is November 16, 2020, 9 a.m. Pacific time. So 9 a.m. Pacific time, I just used the class time. And if any one of you have any difficulty, any issue, get back to me. That is the only way I can say, and we will arrange an optional time for those people who have any difficulty in doing it, but you have to get back to me as soon as possible. All right, and then this is the day, this is the flyer. Please remember, midterm presentation, November 16, 2020. And okay, this one will be very useful. Those people who have, due to some reason, you think you can do this presentation, you missed it out. And then here's another way for you to recover. This is a paper sample guideline, and everything about APA sample paper is here, and all the guidelines are there. You follow these instructions, and then you write a 5-page uh, assignment. Write an article about a paper about 5 page. You follow these instructions, and then it will be fine. And please remember, this one also will apply to your final paper. Final paper everyone has to do apart from your presentation. So this same thing, this sample paper will be really important for all of you. So I recommend, very highly recommend, everyone, please have a look at this. Okay, I also have included here about the term paper guidelines, and how if you write a paper, all the details are there. I have created this one for you, so please use this. And so how to write the title page and the abstract, and also the table of contents, and in the guidelines for text introduction, main body, and conclusion, and also turning in the paper. Okay, I think this one is not necessary. Just email me or just upload to um, your Google Drive. That is perfectly all right. And then useful links are there if you want to learn more about APA style, and then the sample APA papers, and Chicago style, Zotero online citation generator is there. And if you need any help, just get back to me. Okay, these are the rubrics. So you can use these guidelines for your rubrics, and so you can also get ready, go through these things for you to have a better preparation. I think this week will be, this is the title page, the title page of your term paper if you are going to do a presentation, or if you are going to do submit a paper, you can use this one. This is the cover page, and then for the final page also, final paper, research paper, this also will be useful to you. Okay, and this is again, I think we discuss. This is how we do the assignment, and yeah, that's it. Okay, I think we are good to go with that. Okay, yes. So okay, I think you are now you are familiar with the things that we have for next week, and 5 minutes presentation PowerPoint, and RSVP required 9 a.m. through Zoom. We are going to meet. All of us are going to meet first time maybe. I know some of my previous students are also there, and I'm glad to meet them again. And for those new students, I have a little bit of knowledge about you, background. Your information is with me. So I'm happy to see you with your presentations, and I wish you all the very best of luck for a wonderful presentation next week. And appreciate your valuable feedback to help improve our future lessons. And then follow me, let's talk, email me, and call me. And that's it for today, and see you again next week. May all beings be well and happy and healthy. Sabbe satta bhavantu sukhitata. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.